The Florida grand jury formally charged Nicholas Cruz with 17 counts of first-degree murder for the deaths of the 17 people who died in the mass shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School last month. And as you can see behind me, that plaque used to hold up the fraternity's name. As you had mentioned, 10 men were originally arrested in October, but only 4 were indicted by the grand jury today. Police have finally arrested a woman nearly 4 months after she inserted herself into an LSU graduation. Hey guys, Martha Chavers is an accountant who works here at the Sea Grant building. Now there's still very little information we know about this incident. University spokesperson Ernie Ballard has repeatedly said that this is a personnel matter and there's limited information that can be provided at this time. But here's what we do know. She was arrested. Tailgating is one of LSU fans' most beloved traditions, but this past Saturday, one LSU student says things felt a bit off.
There's been a little time for reflection in the year since Michael Doherty was injured.
I woke up one morning, went to school thinking I'd come home that night after the game, didn't return to my house till 3 months later.
But there's been even more time for progress. 3 times a week, the St. Paul senior goes from class in Covington to Toro's Neuro Rehabilitation Center in New Orleans.
Okay. Getting a lot more strength in my upper body and just working hard. And they're working me very hard.
He does it with a smile on his face.
Better watch out.
And sometimes with a joke or two. But when it's time to get to work, there's definitely no kidding around.
It's a hard worker, yeah.
Hard to believe it's been over a year.
At times it feels like it's been like 3 years, but at times it feels like it's been a month.
On November 11, 2016, a coincidental collision during the team's first playoff game caused Michael to break one vertebrae and fracture another.
Should have been good to go.
Fast forward a year later, after spending months away at a special rehabilitation facility in Atlanta,
Let's get it.
Mighty Michael is working to regain full mobility and strength, and he's getting stronger each day.
It just pushes me to keep going, get full feeling, full movement.
He's always very motivated. He has that kind of competitive spirit,
And unselfishly, he gives all the thanks to his close friends and family for their continued support.
Especially after a year they've been there since, so I'm very thankful that I have the support because not everybody does.
And thankful for the progress he's made, Michael says he'll continue to move forward one day at a time.
Just keep working hard every day.
Reporting for Tiger TV News, I'm Trey Couvillion.
You don't want to disappoint Donald if you're working next to a guy who's getting it. You can't not get it.
Setting the example with dedication, hard work, and a positive attitude. It's how Donald Smart shined, even as he washed the dirtiest of dishes at Louis' Cafe.
He was a guy who would do the work of 2 people and would make the person next to him better. That was just what he did.
Now, extra hands in the kitchen are having to pick up double the work after Smart was brutally murdered on September 14.
We're missing him now,
Just 5 days after the fatal shooting on Alaska Street that took the 49-year-old's life, a slight sigh of relief.
Did you kill those 2 guys?
As the alleged killer is caught.
Early this morning, detectives with BRPD were able to arrest Kenneth James Gleason.
Gleason, charged in the murders of Smart and 59-year-old Bruce Colefield in what authorities say could be possibly racially motivated killings.
Had there not been a swift conclusion to this case, I feel confident that this killer would have probably killed again.
And District Attorney Hiller Moore not shying away from the possibility of using capital punishment.
This is a potential death penalty case if you just take the allegations.
For Fred Simonson, having the alleged killer off the streets is a relief, but it's still hard coming to grips with losing a man like Smart.
We lost a hardworking American last Thursday night, a hardworking American man. We need hardworking American men, and that's what we lost. It's not about Louis, it's this country lost a hardworking American man.
Reporting for Tiger TV News, I'm Trey Couvillion.
My heart was in this church.
The reality is still setting in.
It's like I don't believe it's true because it's like it was my second home.
Alice Dutch has done just about everything at St. Joan of Arc in her 25 years as a volunteer.
Give communion to the parish, the people that couldn't come to church. I have read, the readings and the announcements. I have cleaned the church.
But after Saturday's Mass, this church, just built 14 years ago, will be no more.
It's just going to go to pieces.
This parish in Bayou Pigeon, just one of the 22 parishes that have been consolidated down to 10, all a part of the diocese plan.
We're kind of looking at like a map, or almost like a board game. Number of Catholics and number of priests, and how do you specifically decide, how do you serve all of these people?
The special task force appointed by Bishop Robert Munch tasked with helping the church deal with the shortage of priests and a shifting population.
The parish has dwindled in attendance and in support.
And specifically at St. Joan of Arc, finances have dwindled.
The faithful have contributed from their means, and for them, they see it as home.
Alice says she'll continue to go to Mass each week at another church, but nothing will replace St. Joan of Arc.
It will never be the same. It's like we were family.
A family that will have to find a new home come Sunday. Reporting for Tiger TV News, I'm Trey Couvillion.